Welcome back to our Let's Play of Fire Emblem Three Houses. When we last left off, we found out Edelgard was the Flame Emperor, and she's trying to steal the crests, things, and the bones of not Reyes, of, of the people here. So,
That's my cue.
we are going to try and stop her. At least that's what we're trying to do. Nice shot, jerk.
You can't stop me. You were wide open.
Nice shot, Dorothea.
I want. Oh, me? Oh no.
Nice shot, Benedetto. Is there anyone else left up here?
Leave it to me.
Her, of course.
Put me in there.
Who can you reach?
I guess it worked out.
Nice.
Yep.
Press stones, that's
Let's
what
get
they
to
were.
it.
They were press stones.
Battle.
Did the trick. Stay focused.
Yeah, you died.
That's what you get.
Was it worth it? I doubt it. Ow.
Anywhere I can hide.
No, there's nowhere you can hide, Benedetto.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Thanks. I'd call that a win. So nice of you.
And my poor mage back here, with Cynthia trying to
I'm told it's fine to kill those who resist. Now then, how shall I cook you?
Well, you're gonna take out the ordeal.
Damn it! Not here. I can't quit now.
You missed. Swings it forward.
Wait. No. I was just following orders. I just...
You are not just following orders.
That's what you get. Thanks much.
Poor Light Cynthia was chasing down somebody else.
Let's think carefully.
I thought I was dead. I'm impressed.
And into the flame.
Professor, I will make no excuses. Thank you for all that you did for me. In truth, no. Let's leave it at that.
Good on you, flame.
So, the end has come.
I did all the quest stones. Got a rusted bow. That better not be all I get. Knowledge gem. An advanced seal. Really? That's all I get? A rusted bow and a couple of things? Good on you, Bernadetta.
You have disappointed me, Edelgard. To think that a descendant of House Hresmelk would dare betray the Holy Church.
So, it is my teacher who stands in my way. I always knew it would come to this.
Professor, kill Edelgard at once. She is a danger to all of Fodlan. Such a rebellious heart cannot be allowed to keep beating.
Well, yeah, I must kill Edelgard, I must protect Edelgard. The first time I played, I did protect Edelgard. So now I'm going to go with kill it.
I will withdraw, for now. Come, Hubert.
To flee is futile, wicked girl. The Church of Zeros will raise its entire army against you until you have been captured and punished. You have defiled the Holy Tomb, dishonored the goddess, and humiliated your brethren. That crime will never be erased. Even if you burn in the eternal flames and spill all of your blood into the goddess's soil. Come, Professor.
You're mad.
Let us return and decide upon our next course of action.
Edelgard and Hubert have disappeared. They will surely return to the Empire. The Knights have been dispatched to search and investigate. If there is any movement, we will know. We cannot ignore the possibility that there will soon be open hostilities between us and the Imperial Army. When that happens, are you prepared to fight your own? If you wish to return to the Empire, I will not stop you. That is your choice to make.
If Edelgard is acting afoul, then we have no choice but to strike her down.
It's up to us to stop them. We have a war on our hands.
I have no interest in fighting, not even for her. And yet...
How are we supposed to decide just like that? 80, Hubie, I'm sorry about this, but I'm siding with the professor. Her doings are wrong. It is our duty to make everything right.
I am sure you all have much on your mind. I encourage you to confer with your professor and make a decision. You have until the fighting commences. Professor, I am depending on your strength for the safety of Fodlan.
The leaders of the church have misused its creed to fulfill their true desire, to rule the world. They have fooled the people of Fodlan. Long ago, they divided the Empire to create a kingdom, and then divided that kingdom to create an alliance. They did all of this to make the masses bicker amongst themselves. They caused instability in order to reinforce their own authority. They gathered gold and lived in extravagance. How? By preying on the devotion of those who wished for the goddess's salvation. Those corrupt hypocrites cannot lead Fodlan to true peace. Their foul belief system must be torn asunder so that true wisdom may finally prevail. And so, I have decided, by order of the Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, the Empire hereby declares war on the Church of Seros.
I cannot believe it. Let us recount the situation as it stands, Professor. After you returned from the Holy Tomb, the Adrestian Empire declared war upon the Church of Seros, as well as our allies. Edelgard demanded her own father relinquish the throne, and then assumed the position of Emperor. She has deemed the Church of Seros to be an evil of this world, and is calling upon the people of Fodlan to help her tear it down. I must discuss our response to this declaration with the Archbishop, after the Knights return from their investigation. Until then, watch over the students. See that they remain calm.
All right. To war.
Part 1. White Clouds. Lone Moon. To war. Together, the people of Fodlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky, a silent reminder perhaps of some inescapable truth.
So yeah, the first time I played this, I sided with Edelgard, and that was my first experience for this game. So you can imagine that it was a little skewed, considering there are 3 other routes in this game you can go with that are against Edelgard. I get a birthday gift from Maria. From Maria. White dragon scarf.
Unforgivable! I cannot fathom that the Adrestian Empire would embark on such a violent course of action.
The fault is my own. I failed to see the wickedness within Edelgard's heart.
What's her objective?
There is no question on that front. She clearly wishes to conquer all of Fodlan. And in order to achieve her own selfish ambitions, she plotted with ill-meaning strangers and defiled the Holy Tomb. Or perhaps her ambitions are even grander than we know. Perhaps she is planning to make herself a false deity by demonizing the Church of Seros.
Adrestia received its very name through a divine oracle. To injure the goddess is a sin most foul that shall not be forgiven, nor forgotten. We must stop the Empire, and quickly.
I have returned, Rhea.
Welcome back, Shamir. Were you able to discern the Empire's movements?
Their main troops are marching towards Garreg Mach. It is said that they will join forces with Edelgard's army and arrive within 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That is not enough time. It will require all of our efforts just to prepare our defenses before then. We must send notice to all surrounding villages at once. We must order the residents of Garreg Mach to flee for their lives.
It will be done.
Professor, listen closely. If our enemy invades the monastery, I will have no choice but to stand upon the battlefield. If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you. You must have guessed it by now. The truth of who you are. Or perhaps I should say, your lost memories are surely beginning to return. I have acted all these long years as a mere proxy for you. But the duty is yours, and yours alone. Only you can lead the people of Fodlan.
Okay.
Rhea, please. You must tell me all that you know. I beg of you. That one is the progenitor god. Am I correct?
In a sense. Our dear professor is a vessel. One who carries the power of the progenitor god within. In time, the vessel will become one with the power contained within, and the progenitor god shall return to this world.
I see. I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment. But I suppose there is no turning back.
I ask that you help our friend. And in doing so, help her. I am waiting and hoping for the moment when our creator rules this wayward land once more.
I understand. As ever, I will take you at your word.
Lady Rhea! Brother, I will do my part as well.
Flame, were you eavesdropping? Regardless, I am glad to hear it. You owe your life to the Professor, after all. And in the end, they may prove to be our brethren.
You have my gratitude, Sedith. And you as well, Flame. As followers of the progenitor god, it is up to us to see our mission through.
Alright. Someone's birthday's coming up. It's Constance's birthday.
You have my gratitude.
Alright. Alright, 97% of people explore. Wonder why. Certifications. Bernadetta. No, still not. So, yeah, Cyril, Catherine, and Sedith are now part of my, my group. Who's Cyril? He's nothing, apparently. He's a commoner. What level is he even? 21. It's a higher level than I thought he'd be. I probably won't be doing much with the three of them. Unless I have to. Let's see. Explore. Our one chance to explore this month. There might be two. Not entirely sure. To Abyss. So yeah, the reason I recruited so many people was that I knew I would be going this route. So I knew Hubert and Ash would be, Hubert and Rhea would be leaving us.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Aw, guess who was worried about Abyss and came by to check on me? I mean, on us. Isn't that nice? It's just so nice.
My pleasure. Surely the church can spare one night to help you watch over this place?
I'm not crying. I'm just don't worry about it, okay? Move it along.
Right.
Come on, lots of people in Abyss are already struggling to get by. War will make things even harder for us. We're sure to run out of food and other supplies. And there will probably be refugees to take care of. Not to mention what might happen if the Empire takes over and decides to redecorate.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
War's actually coming, isn't it? Unbelievable. Imperial troops in Garreg Mach? It's gonna be wild. Whatever happens won't affect us down here in Abyss, though. Will it?
Of course it will. Alright, so I don't have to do any more fishing, and I don't have to worry about raising my professor level anymore, because I'm already at A+. So that's good, at least. Is there anything I can do here?
Need something?
No.
See you again soon.
I need to equip Leone. So I didn't realize she only had an iron lance. I'll do the supports in a little bit.
No. It shakes me to my core that the Empire would lash out so violently. I shall have to reconsider my intended path towards restoring House Nouvelle. Still, I could not in good conscience fight without speaking to her first.
Wait on there? Huh. Oh, there they are. The same, maybe they're upstairs.
So this is how it's turned out. I figured as much. But I didn't anticipate it would happen so soon. If Garreg Mach becomes a battlefield, Abyss will have no choice but to get involved. Everyone here will have no alternative. They've got nowhere else to go.
Hey! I could smell a war brewing. And sure enough, here we are. If Fodlan falls into chaos, I wonder if my debts will fall away along with it. Just thinking aloud here. If the Empire wants a fight, let's give him one to remember.
Okay.
This might be our last chance to get out of here. I'm leaving Garreg Mach. You should too. Protect the students? Have you got a death wish? Alright. Take this. And try not to get killed.
Thank you. To the monastery. Doesn't seem like many people have any options today. That's okay. I think you can actually recruit Hilda now if you've been It'd be kind of hard though. I think you have to have like axe and something, charisma maybe. But you can actually, yeah, you can actually recruit her now. Try.
I have had the arrival of a letter from Edelgard. She is asking that I join her side. She is making the decision. No, she is deciding if Bridget is a friend or an enemy of the Empire. But my choice is not to be friends. My choice is to fight with you. Bridget is not a friend of the Empire. We will not be following again. We will be ready to fight with you instead.
Okay. Good to know.
That's,
Bernadetta in a room. Interesting. There's Ingrid. Let's see if there's anyone here. Nope, nobody in here.
To think that the Flame Emperor was Edelgard all along. Flame's abduction? Geralt's murder? The turmoil in Ramire Village? Whether or not she was the mastermind behind what happened, it at least seems like she was involved. And yet she was able to remain so composed while she was enrolled at the Officers' Academy.
Here's Bernadetta.
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want that? I wonder why she'd think that. That's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you've done it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I have plenty of bullion I can sell if I have to.
Hi there!
Everything seems so empty. Where is everybody?
Pardon me.
Greetings, Professor. Something to report. Unexpected, isn't it? Apparently, this is the first time Garreg Mach has been invaded in its whole 995-year history. It's my job to protect this gate, so even if enemies come in droves, I will never let them through. I hope we both survive. Let's battle with all our might, and pray we win this thing.
Yep.
Well, I'll be. I can't believe the Empire raised an army. Even I couldn't have guessed it. War is profitable, but dangerous. I really don't like seeing people I care about out there mixed up in all this. Hey, how about a favor?
Okay, turnips.
You know, Professor, I'm glad that I came to the Officers' Academy. I feel accepted here. I've learned so much. Honestly, I'm surprised at how much I've grown. So, I will not let the Academy be destroyed. It's important to me, and I will protect it.
Good.
I feel braver just hearing you say that, Professor. We're gonna win this, Professor.
Right. Firefish. Insect larva, mint leaves.
What the?
Pardon me.
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard.
Of the other three, Lord Vestra was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him.
Of course.
Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard. And my father, he was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power, all of its lands. We have lost everything. What do I do?
Sucks be you. Anyway, moving on. No, that is depressing. And I'm sorry about that.
What? There are always small power struggles. Still, it has been hundreds of years since all of Fodlan was consumed by war. I didn't actually think it would come to this. I feel as though I'm not in my rightful place. I cannot protect the things I should. Professor, if I survive this war, I wish to return to my homeland, to the land of my king.
We're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses. However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning. The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Everybody's dreary. Not that I blame them.
It's my job to protect Lady Rhea. I've got to do it, and I gotta do it as best I can. And if that means I gotta die for her, then I will. How could Edelgard treat Lady Rhea like she's the bad guy? She's never been anything but nice to everybody. I just don't get it at all.
Well, there were those people of the Western Church that she sentenced to death, but...
Those who serve the Church must cast aside all selfish desires and devote themselves fully to their beliefs. But is it right to wield piety as a weapon? I have never considered such things before. The Church, I have always done what I thought best to save the people of Fodlan.
Really?
I guess we have no choice but to fight, have we? Oh, but why would Edelgard do something like this? I'm sure we'll be all right, though, Professor. The goddess will keep us safe.
Yes, I will.
Professor, can we really defeat someone who is willing to turn their back on the world? Just to uphold their own beliefs? I've spent my whole life running in fear. And now, You're right. It's time to stop running. I'll fight with everything I've got.
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not?
Well, seems to be that way.
There was a truly terrible war once upon a time. I never wanted another war. All we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
Hey!
Need something? See you again soon.
Save up for that.
I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait.
Okay. Scary.
Hello there.
How dare they threaten the goddess? Such a vile act cannot be forgiven. There is no need to worry, I promise you that. Divine punishment will surely fall upon them. In the days of yore, the goddess would grow angry with such insolent fools and roast them in ALL.
Okay. That sounds bad. Alright, let's see. That's Felix. Words cannot express my disgust of the students here. So many of the fools without noble status, crest power to just you should spar with them. That's the only one of those answers that seem right.
Pardon me.
Well...
Yeah.
Excuse me, how are you, Professor? Any new changes to report? With the Imperial Army drawing near, it is most vexing that we cannot relax and converse as we once did. Thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try to listen carefully for her voice.
I'll try.
May the goddess's voice reach you.
Really?
We must protect Garreg Mach. Defiling the holy tomb was a sacrilege. I will not allow such a thing to happen again. The Archbishop has already given you a new responsibility. I want you to rise to that honor.
Okay.
We must defy the Archbishop. I have something to ask of you.
Search final information. Okay.
To think Edelgard was somehow connected to the captain's murderer. Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset about the past. My duty now is to prepare for battle. We're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies.
And I'm depending on you.
Captain, I hope you're watching. We will protect Garreg Mach.
The Holy Tomb held many crest stones. This is the first time I've heard of crest stones being hidden away in such a place. But more importantly, I'm interested to know the Empire's aim. Why would their army desire crest stones? There is power there, yes. And yet, I must think on this. The crest stones lie at the heart of the events surrounding Conan Tower and the chapel as well. And of course, the crest stones somehow transform those traitors and their captives into demonic beasts. Could that possibly be their aim? The Empire's army may well plan to use crest stones to create demonic beasts.
So, sounds very, very likely.
Well...
Manuela?
Right. The mastermind behind the attacks on the monastery was Edelgard? Wow. Doesn't make much sense, though, does it? There would need to be all sorts of territories and groups tangled up in this sort of mess. I'm gonna stop. I don't really have the head for this political stuff. Mostly I'm worried about my old opera company. I wonder what's happening in the capital right now. I hope they're safe.
Me too. Check with men.
Professor.
Check with the other side. What do we got?
So Edelgard, the one who calls herself the Flame Emperor, was connected to those strange beings. The Imperial Army might be using even more terrifying methods than we know. You had better be cautious, Professor. Any amount of carelessness might prove to be our undoing.
Agreed. We might be able to get through talking to everybody by the time this is done. By the time my episode is through. Come on.
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self. Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor. And she's striking out against the monastery, with the full force of the Imperial Army behind her. We gotta beat her at her own game, for our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
Agreed.
Okay. I thought we'd all be really busy with assignments and getting ready for graduation. But now that things have turned out like this, I guess there's nothing to do but fight.
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster. I hope he's not part of the group coming to attack Garreg Mach.
Me too.
What? That girl's starting an all-out war, isn't she? But an enemy is an enemy, no matter who they are. Don't let compassion for her get in your way.
I won't. Let's see. Lance. B's B plus. She has a B plus in Lance. Well, let's do someone that actually normally uses lances. Hold on, let me just save this first, just in case. Let's give it to Leone. Nice dodge.
That takes care of that. That takes care of that. Another one down.
Heal.
I'll celebrate later.
And again, no reason not to.
How do you like that?
Nice. Good job, Leone. As a reward, Silver Lance is yours.
Professor, what actually happened last month? I can't keep up at all. Edelgard is the Emperor, and she's declared war against the Church? So now we're at war? What is going on? I really don't understand any of this. What should I do?
Edelgard became Emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her? I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be Emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win. You're really worried about Edelgard, aren't you, Professor?
Alright.
Maybe. Things must be pretty crazy in Fargus about now. My father must be beside himself. I don't get it. Why did Edelgard make enemies with the nobles? Me either. Of course, even if we did get it, what do we do about it?
Right.
So, once the Imperial Army reaches the monastery, we'll have no choice but to fight.
What's going to happen to us? I believe you. With the Knights on our side, and especially with you, Professor, I know we can do this.
You'll battle Edelgard, right? Good luck. Me? Oh, I'm going to run away. I have zero interest in dying here, thank you very much.
I can give her her lost items now.
Oh, you fat... Oh, you fat...
His Highness calls for the head of Edelgard. For me, that is cause enough to fight. The hatred of His Highness is also my hatred. Any other feelings I may have are irrelevant.
Okay.
And if that is the case, then she is my enemy. And if Edelgard was responsible in any way for the tragedy of Duscur, that is something I cannot ignore. If that is the case, then she is my enemy.
Right.
The Empire's aggression cannot stand. But if we are going to attack them now, we must be honest with ourselves about our chances of success. It goes without saying that I will fight the Imperial Army with everything I have for as long as I am able. But House Gloucester's territory is adjacent to Imperial lands. Let us proceed with caution.
Uh-huh. Well, for your sake, of course. Lawrence.
Okay. What is Edelgard even trying to achieve?
She wants to destroy the church so badly that she'll take on anyone who doesn't fall in line? I don't get it. I just can't believe she'd start a war over it. Not to mention using such nasty tactics to get her way.
Yeah.
Could Captain Gerald's death have also been a part of her plan?
I don't think
you go
so.
and die on me, Professor. Captain Gerald would never forgive you.
The Empire is moving quickly. Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now. If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator. Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the ball and the battle of the eagle and lion and everything else.
When you put it that way, it's kind of depressing. Let me check in here.
Right.
Let's talk to this guy. He must be the guy for
Ah,
Zenith.
I cannot believe our negligence allowed the Empire to invade. Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers in Garreg Mach, intending to do this from the start. Soldiers disguised as merchants and pilgrims to avoid suspicion, infiltrating the entire area little by little. They couldn't be better prepared. We'll have a tough time winning this one, I'm afraid.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous Emperor, my father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. He must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing.
Mm-hmm. What's this? Wax diptych. Zealous about studying.
I hear the Alliance's territory will be in danger if we don't get rid of these Empire guys. If the Alliance is in danger, that means my sister's in danger too. There's no way I'm gonna allow that. It doesn't matter how many guys they throw at us.
I've never seen him
I'll
angry.
beat them all. These muscles aren't just for show. But first, I gotta get some food.
That's better. Alright. I think that's just about everyone. Let's see. Ferdinand and Dorothy.
Ah, you have arrived at just the right time. Care for one of these handmade treats?
My goodness, Ferdy. When did you become such a talented confectioner?
Oh, Dorothea, I am hardly an expert.
Nevertheless, you have managed to make some tasty-looking treats.
Well, it is the first time I have tried my hand at it. Honestly, there were several unsuccessful attempts preceding this batch. I made these pastries to solve that riddle you gave me. The reason you despise me.
Oh?
You said I was like a bee. The bee is a dutiful worker, just as I am. But the bee inherits a capacious home, with a wealth of honey. Similarly, I inherited my fortune. I did not receive it as a reward for my labor. I surmised that perhaps you'd feel differently about me if I earned something all on my own. That was my plan, to emulate your transformation from desperate pauper to successful songstress.
All on your own? Did you renounce your nobility? Give away your riches?
No, I made these.
No, I made these
all the
these
ingredients
pastries.
on my own, without anyone's help.
You mean, you got the sugar and the flour?
Yes. To earn the flour, I worked in the fields. To earn the sugar, I carried a merchant's wares.
Who did the cooking? You?
Naturally. I took on some extra chores in exchange for use of the kitchen at night.
I have to admit, that's impressive. Hey, it looks like you had a bit of an accident. Is your hand okay?
I burned myself a little while I was baking. Nothing to worry about.
Nonsense. That burn will scar you now. Come on, let's get you to the infirmary.
Wait, Dorothea! You have yet to try my treats.
You should be fine now, Ferdy. Big shot nobles have to treat their bodies with care just like the rest of us.
There you go again. Noble this, noble that. Though you did say it with less disdain than usual.
Nothing gets past you. As it were, I may have reconsidered you a little.
You have reconsidered me? Finally! Just as I had hoped, we are becoming friends. Now then, I propose that we...
I only said I reconsidered a little. And you still haven't figured out why I said you're like a bee. Which is funny, because you look like a bee right now. Bye!
So, I am still a bee. A completely mystified bee.
Right. Okay, Ferdinand and Constance.
Hello, Constance.
Greetings, Ferdinand. My condolences on your misfortune that our paths have crossed again.
Oh, dear.
I am not used to hearing you deprecate yourself like that. Never mind. Just listen.
If it is an audience you require, I will endeavor to meet that need.
When we last spoke, I was attempting to connect with you, to listen and show you some empathy. But I was so clumsy with my words that I came across as callous and conceited. I hurt you. I know.
The notion that a noble of House Ire could display arrogance is difficult to credit. That you even deign to speak to me is a testament to your humility. As grateful as I am for the honor, it would be best for us both if I take my leave.
No, please, hear me out. Though your words chafed, I see now that they were perceptive. I was being arrogant. I tend to overcompensate.
Yes, you do.
Perhaps I make a fool of myself, bragging about my superiority to Edelgard.
You do yourself a disservice. If you are a fool, then I am folly herself. But you must know that it is no reflection on your sterling quality, Ferdinand. Even in the face of such adversity, you never strayed from the correct path.
If this was the right path, the wrong path hardly bears thinking about. Still, your kindness has eased my worries a bit.
A wise noble once said that life is a series of peaks and valleys, but I have struggled to find the peaks. I was once pushed to the nadir of a valley, and have spent my days confined there ever since. There is little chance that I will ever return to the heights I once knew, but it will not be for lack of trying.
Your persistence is admirable.
You are too gracious. I see the highest of peaks on your own road. The way is steep, but not long. You will reach it yet. And if my words might reach the ears of a man who has attained such heights, perhaps one who has reached his summit might pull a climber up behind him? Such is my heart's desire, unspeakable though it may be.
Alright. Anyone else? I look like it. Did I be with everybody? I think it could be with you for some reason. I think it'd be with you for some reason. I think it would be with you for some reason. Oh, Cynthia. I got be with you. Okay. Alright. Well, we're just about out of time. When we come back, we'll do all the meals. Let me just quickly turn this in.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Okay. So yeah, we'll take care of the meals. Maybe I'll take care of the meals off screen. Until next time though, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. Like I said, when I come back, I'll have done all the meals off screen. Give everybody whoever we need. Excuse me. Violet still needs Ferdinand, Caspar, and Shamir, but it says I've already got them, so don't really have to worry about that too much. So until next time. Wait a second. I'm redoing my notes. Take out Edelgard and Hubert, since we don't need them anymore. They're kind of gone. Okay. Well, until next time, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day, and take care.